Hello, good morning. Today we're going to be doing something a little different. We're going to be doing a tier list. You can see we're going to be using the shelf this time, but the reason why it's a little different is because David, yesterday before he left, packed me a box full of random goodies. He went around the store, put in goodies into a box. I'm going to open them and I'm going to rank these random things from A to F tier. But before we do that, I want to improve the tier list a little bit. We're going to add the S tier. S standing for Super, used to be a popular Japanese video game ranking system for like combos and stuff. So S tier. Now it's been adopted into popular meme culture and now just pop culture in general. When someone says S tier, typically it is beyond A tier, the best of the best. So products that belong there are always worth your money. Grab them while they're hot, obviously depending on your interests and such. But we're gonna be as general as possible. David, can I shake this thing?
Sure.
Wait, I can? Nothing's gonna break? Okay, sounds good. And yeah, I chose the shelf this time instead of the rack because I don't know what's in the box. And yes, Fulgrim does belong as a model kit in A tier. Only thing holding him back is the price, but he's not part of the box. He was just on display there. All right, let's open him up and see what's inside. I'm gonna open it, but then I'm not gonna look inside. In fact, I'm gonna tilt the camera just above right there. I'm just gonna grab one and pull it out of the camera like so. All right, let's see. Let me open. The first one. Oh, this is huge. What am I looking for? Oh, all right. First one is a brand new kit. This is the DeLorean time machine. From Back to the Future 2. Funnily enough, I still haven't seen this movie, to my eternal shame. So this is a model kit made by Aoshima. You see a logo right there. And if you know, their previous kit of this is any indicator, this is an incredible kit. But I feel like it's a little too early to tell. You can tell the details right there. Oh, it comes with a flying stand as well. Magnificent. Hopefully it is strong enough to withstand, but it does have the joints. So I am very much hopeful in a wide base to distribute the the weight. Distribute the wealth. And it comes with a hoverboard that's magnetized. That's incredible. If you have a polarized surface, you can maybe kind of simulate the hovering part, though that's not really how physics work. We don't have quantum tech here. Anyway, with it being too early to tell, this belongs in the B tier. Again, it's too early to tell. It could be incredible, S tier. Could be bad, F tier. We'll never know. But again, it just came in the other day. All right, the next product's gonna be... What the heck is this? Oh! So this is the old reliable glass fiber brushes, but it's the refills of it specifically. So for products like this, I'm not going to talk about the brand as a whole, nor am I going to talk about the product that it associates with, just this product by itself. And by itself, these are pretty good. Honestly, you might not even need the handle, to be honest with you, because these are mainly used for cleaning up gunk. If you have, for prep. If you're working on, gunky, I guess, resin, this is good for that, though. If you're working with resin and you're using this or any sanding equipment, please wear a mask. But anyway, rust for metals, you can use this to get rid of that. It's just a fantastic and incredibly underrated tool. And for that, it's gonna be the first, A tier. It's too good to be anywhere else but A, seriously. Too reliable. Okay, next product is, what is this? Oh, this is another niche product. However, unlike the glass fiber refills, this is more, well, you can really only use this for one thing and that is wooden model kits. For any other practical use, they are too small, even for flooring. In fact, flooring, you need quite long nails. And this is too small, and it's impractical anywhere else other than wood kits, really. And for that, it is C tier. It is not quite F tier because, again, it has its uses and it is nearly invaluable to the wood kit industry, but as a whole, doesn't really affect the hobby as much. Okay, you guys aren't seeing it, but I'm like crouched like a goblin behind the camera. Like, what am I? All right, what is this? Oh! So this is the first paint on the list, or the tier list, and it just so happens to be a very good one. Now, I'm not sure if there are other paints in the box, but we'll see, because this is off to a strong start. This is a very good paint, incredibly popular, incredibly beloved, a little expensive, but this is something that is enjoyed by a lot of people. So good, in fact, that it doesn't really need primer to go on surfaces. And it's still that chromy. It's beautiful. Also a very popular, fun fact, with film and TV production crew. A favorite for, you know, props and costumes. And Toronto is a film and television hub, if you're not aware of it. So yeah, this gets bought a lot. And for that, it belongs in S tier. Are you surprised? I'm not surprised. Maybe if you look at the price, but even then, it's so good. People don't really care. You know, I'm feeling around the box, and there's actually quite a few things in here. Okay, what is this? Oh, brushes. Okay, good, good. So these brushes come in a set that's actually quite cheap. You'd be surprised how cheap they are. And price, I keep talking about price, while I'm not going to be talking about specifics, is a pretty important factor. And for the price that you pay for, which is already quite cheap, you get 5 brushes, while synthetic are good enough to last you a while. 2 flats, 1 big flat, 1 small flat, and 3 relatively big brushes. So this would suffice if you're painting big vehicles. So we're talking maybe 1/35, 1/48 scale vehicles. You've just got done priming the kit, and now you need to paint some of the finer details that are still big. So like gun barrels and such, maybe the front slope armor, right, of a tank. This is perfect for that. Not so much for miniature painting, but for, you know, everything else, pretty good. This is going to be probably one of your more reliable brushes over time, and the more they fray, because brushes will fray, it's just inevitable, what you can actually do is cut the bristles about halfway. And what you get there is you get a free dry brush. And the beauty of it, because of how big the brushes, the bristles are, you can actually accommodate for that. So that when you do cut it about 30 to 40% of the way, you still have a decent dry brush to go with a pretty big handle. So you get more control. So with all that being said, this is a very solid B tier. I can't imagine going wrong with picking it, especially if you're looking for more disposable brushes that are not quite as disposable as you may think. They're pretty good. If you made it this far into the video, comment the NBA draft is rigged. Yes, comment the NBA draft is rigged if you made it. Oh, which one is this? Oh, this is a product that's short and simple and to the point. It's terrain snow, but it is terrain snow that when it dries, it looks like wet snow. So it looks more like this. Yeah. Right there. So it's perfect for that kind of newly snowed, desolate look. And it is quite nice. So it is a texture paint, meaning if you are going to apply this, please use a brush that has enough width to accommodate said texture paint, but also a brush you don't really care for because it will damage the brush when you clean it. So I was going to put this at the very top of C tier, because again, it's just good, but, or like decent, right? It's just there. It's a good product if you're doing snow, but you know, the size of it kind of bumps it up to low B tier. So we're gonna put it in B tier. B tier is getting kind of crowded actually, but these are good products that will never really fail you. Do you disagree with any of my rankings so far? If you do, comment down below. And again, magic phrase is that NBA draft is rigged. Oh. So does the side of this scare people who don't do their bases or their dioramas and such? You know, like this, they leave it empty, just black or gray or whatever. Well, it should. Please do your bases. You know, it's like a job application for the unemployed. Anyway, this is a purple flowered tuft. You would put that on your base and make it more poppy, more vibrant. That's its entire purpose in life, right? So with that being said, it is a simple product. You would pluck this out of the sticky pad or your sticky paper backing with a tweezer, and then you would put that on your base, and that's the product. And because of that, it is a high C tier. It's just good, or maybe mid C tier. Not standout even with the purple tint, purple color, but it is what it is. It's not good enough to be B, but it's not bad. It's just okay. Next product is, what the heck is this? Oh. It looks CGI. There's like no shadow around it. Makes it look fake. Anyway, this is, how do I go about this? Because on one hand, this is a super glue slash CA glue cover. So it is incredibly reliable. But on the other hand, right, your super glue already comes with this. Like it's pre-packaged with it. So like, yeah, like this. It already comes with it. I guess what I'm gonna say is just wipe it, right? Like make sure that you wipe the tip of this whenever you use it so that this doesn't stick to the tip and you don't have to replace it, because it's still gonna cost you money to buy an extra. Okay, now the stock is going down for it. Keeps going down actually the more I talk. And yeah, this is, please just wipe the tip. That's it. This is the first F tier product because you can just wipe the tip. How many times am I going to say it? Just please clean up after yourself, and you don't have to replace your product. Because even if you want to replace your cap or you lost it, majority of glues today that you buy from shipping come with a child safety lock of some sort. Just shove it in there, and it will do the job of a cap. So, okay, I think we're coming down to the wire here. I'm not feeling any more products. Okay, this is not the GOAT or the greatest of all time, which would be this. This is the GOAT's cousin twice removed. I would say that if the normal Tamiya extra thin cement is an S tier, undoubtedly this would be, it's hard to describe because it has the same kind of thinness and runniness that everyone loves about the extra thin, which again, it comes with a precise brush like this, right, to control the thinness of it so you don't apply too much. But anyone else feel like it dries too fast? It smells the same, smells terrible, so don't sniff it. So that's not a factor. It's just, it dries way too fast. And you know what? The extra thin already kind of dries fast enough anyway, like the normal one. Yeah, undoubtedly the extra thin, if this was the normal extra thin, it's an S tier. But this is probably where most people would disagree with me. But this is a C tier product, probably like bottom of C tier, to be honest with you. It's like Pepsi. You only buy this if normal extra thin is out of the question, like it's out of stock or something, which a lot of the times it is, though we do our best to restock it. But you know what I'm saying? Like you'd only really buy this as a replacement for extra thin. In fact, you know what? Let's just put extra thin at the top of S tier. Let's pretend it's part of the thing. There we go. Yeah, belongs in S tier. Undoubtedly, top of the food chain. This, again, I don't know. Maybe this is the first time you guys will disagree with me on this list. What do you guys think? Let me know. And what seems to be the final product is... Oh, okay. Yeah, and the box is empty. I think. Yeah, there's nothing there. Okay. I was shaking it earlier. I'm like, well, there's nothing there. All right. So what we have here is Tooth & Coat's Demon Red. Now, Tooth & Coat's, I know I've already said for paints like this, I'm not going to be talking about the brand except when it pertains to it. And for this one, it's only really the smoothness of the whole brand that I'm going to be talking about, at least for a brand scope type of thing, because all their paints, including Demon Red, incredibly smooth at the bottle. Something about these paints and the way they're formulated, man, they're different. They're different for sure. They may have added some sort of leveling thing to the mix, because there are no other acrylic paints that are as smooth like that out the bottle, and they're not even pre-thinned. They're quite thick actually, but it's smooth. So the funness and the fun level is high. Now, Demon Red though, this specific color, because this is what we're going to be talking about. Outside of the wargaming industry, so Warhammer, D&D, Legion, right? Star Wars Legion, Marvel Crisis Protocol, all these things, you're not going to be using Demon Red. I can't imagine painting a tank with Demon Red. That doesn't make any sense. Right? From World War II? Nothing. Maybe if it's a German tank, even then it's, with the emblem. Wrong shade of red. So, this is just going to be a niche color for, I wouldn't say it's actually the largest part of the hobby, but still, you're not going to be using this all the time. In fact, you may never ever use this color. So with that being said, this goes mid B tier. The smoothness of each and every Tooth & Coat's paint is a big factor as to why it's B tier. Same with, but yeah, it would have been an A tier if not for the fact that it's Demon Red. If it was a more neutral color, maybe I would have put it A tier for overall usefulness. But otherwise, yes. So to reiterate, F tier is just this one single thing, completely useless to be honest with you. And yeah, that's it. And C tier, we would have the nails, which only are really relevant for wood kits. Purple flowers, which are reliable but very, very niche. And then we would have, the goat's third cousin, 50 times removed. Yeah, this is the extra thin, quick drying. And then for B tier, we would have the Back to the Future Time Machine kit. Now this is the one, it's most tentative, I think, because again, too early to tell. It could be incredible and belongs in S tier, but for now, it is the benchmark. Good, it's good for just basing it off reviews. And then we would have Tooth & Coat's Demon Red, the Terrain Snow, and then we would have this family of brushes, the All Reliable, the good family. And then for A tier, he's not part of it, but if we're talking about the model kit itself, Fulgrim would be A, not the paint job. The paint job would be C. But anyway, and then we would have this, the glass fiber brush refills, an A, all reliable again, incredibly useful, underrated. And for top of S, no surprise there, we have the actual GOAT, LeBron James. We would have Tamiya extra thin cement and the chrome spray. Both incredible products, just completely blowing everything else in the field out the water. It is so good. Yes, that is it for me today. Follow us, subscribe. That was a fun video to film. Hopefully we can film more videos like that in the future. There was a lot more B tiers than I expected, but it is what it is. So for now, subscribe, stay in the loop. See you guys next time. Bye-bye.